Now, self-pity done crept in. I'm feeling lonely again. All these are adding up to be a good recipe for a relapse. Then he says, thoughts of sponsors, meetings, literature, and all other positive input leave us. All because I got into this relationship with some expectations, unrealistic expectations, mind you. And now I'm angry, I'm mad, I'm resentful, and the very things that I need in order to bring me back has just flew out the window. That's wild, ain't it? How much power the very thing that I say I want has over me if I'm not careful. Let me back up. It says thoughts of sponsors, meetings, literature, and all other positive input, they leave our consciousness. Our consciousness. Because remember last 2 weeks ago, we talked about a conscious contact. Was that with y'all? Yeah. We have a conscious contact, so I'm aware of these things. And I go into the relationship aware that I in the past, I fell off behind relationships, right? We believe me, we be thinking about that. We think about how this relationship, always ends up going into another. And all of a sudden, the very things that I need in order to sustain and maintain this relationship has now gone out the window. It says we have to keep our recovery first and our priorities in order. If she ain't your wife, she ain't got no business in the top 4.
You mentioned that before, too.
Huh?
You mentioned that before.
Yeah. If she ain't your wife, she ain't got no business being in the top 4. At best, my wife can be number 4 in my life. And we're not saying that as to, but when I start to put my girlfriend and my wife first, where's God at? And if I'm putting my relationship first, where's my recovery at? See, there's certain things that God gave Adam before he gave him a woman. What were those things he gave Adam before he gave him a woman?
Responsibility.
The one was responsibility. What else? What else did Adam have before this woman came in?
His relationship with God.
He had a relationship with God. Yep. Adam just out there in the garden chilling, and God come along, and they just, they just kicking it. He had a relationship with God first. Then he had a job, responsibility. Adam was all right with him. Now we know what happened later on, and that's always the possibility. Because it just is. But the first thing that he had was a job. He had a relationship with God. And we go get the woman first, then try to add all those things in there, and it don't work, does it? Watch this. When y'all get a chance, y'all read this. And my gratitude speaks. Listen to this.
What page is that on?
It's on page 253. Check this out. He says, next was getting ready to remove the defects, or have the defects removed. Of course, I had a good sponsor take me through the steps, and I learned to be gentle to myself and my own friend. See, the first thing you have to have is a relationship with you. That means exactly what Obi was asking y'all to do. First of all, get to the core issues of you. Get to the core issues as to what keeps taking you out. I gotta know me before I can ever love someone else.
Yeah.
Check this out. When I became my own friend, God added a woman to my life. He didn't add the woman first, then I figured out who I was. It ain't gonna work that way. When I became my own best friend, you know why they tell you don't get in a relationship for a year if you're not in one? Y'all ain't figured that out yet?
Because we're still trying to find ourselves.
We still trying to figure out who I am.